Good day, Talk family, and thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Talk the Talk. My name is 𝐤𝐥𝐸𝐬, and joining me once again on another inspiring episode of Talk the Talk is a very inspirational and very vibrant woman. Now let me introduce you to our guest. As I said, joining us is someone that's so remarkable. She has carved her path as a new car sales manager, defying expectations and shattering glass ceilings along the way. With her unwavering passion for cars and an unparalleled expertise in the field, she has redefined what it means to excel in a traditionally male-dominated industry. Brace yourself for an insightful conversation as we delve into her inspiring journey, exploring the strategies, challenges, and triumphs that have made her an unstoppable force in the world of automotive sales. Get ready to be inspired by our guest, who is paving the way for future generations right here on our episode. She was one of our past nominees and actually semi-finals, finalists for the Motoring Woman of the Year award. So without further ado, let's welcome Meaghan Davids, the new car sales manager at Ford Sandton. It's actually now called Hatfield Holdings, and as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Seriti Solutions, MFC, and Avo by Nedbank. Hello, Meaghan.
Hi, Dish.
You are such a vibrant woman.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. So, Meaghan, tell our viewers about your journey in the motoring trade.
Okay, so 2012, and we'll just rewind. And then I started with Ford 2017, and yeah, I am today still with Ford.
Okay, so your journey started with Ford.
No, it started with Honda.
Okay. And now you with Ford. And what do you love most about representing the Ford brand?
I think because Ford has really evolved. You know, we are a premium brand now. So, I mean, there's only bigger things to come.
And then the Ranger won Bucky or Car of the Year for the first time.
So, I mean, like...
Meaghan, what's your opinion about, you've been my follower, my stalker, no I'm joking, my follower since many years now, since you were in the program itself, but you continued to to support us, and you're steadfast about your support for our platform. How do you feel about this platform and the way it's grown?
I think it's amazing how you guys have evolved. I mean, like you said, I'm your stalker, so I've been watching you and, up and down to Durban and, everything. So, I mean, this is really a platform for women, and I think it's a great initiative. I mean, just to put us out there, and recognize women at the end of the day, because, I mean, being a woman of color, that too, is, and everything with this new act, and so we won't even go into that, but I think it's a really good platform to take us out there, and so that the men can actually see that women are actually taking over.
I hope we're not taking over, but I hope we're just joining them in creating something wonderful for the motoring trade.
I mean, women are doing amazing things.
Absolutely. So what encouraged you to actually work in the motoring trade?
Okay, so I grew up with the love of cars since I was a little girl. Being with all the boys, I was the only girl. So that's where it started, and I always just wanted to work with cars.
Wow, so you actually chose to work in the trade?
Yes, I did.
And there's not many of us that actually had that opportunity to choose, and that's why we have these shows to educate young women about the opportunities that lie ahead for them career-wise, so that this can be their career of choice. So, Meaghan, what's your management style like?
I think it's just, you've got to have a good relationship, good communication. That's what it's about. And if you're going to be that nice manager, obviously, everyone's going to like you. But obviously, you need to be strict at the same time. we're in a corporate environment, we're there to work. Obviously there is time to play, but I think it's just good communication, speaking to your staff members.
What led up to you becoming a manager? Were you first at the sales executive level?
So I started as a receptionist.
I was about to ask that. Okay.
And then I was a service advisor.
Wow.
And then I was a warranty clerk.
Right.
And then obviously stock controller, FG. So that's how it did.
Were you at sales executive?
No.
No.
Not really.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the advantage of being in so many different departments have given you the tools to become a sales manager and soon to be a dealer principal one day. Very soon, hopefully. But I mean, that's amazing. That's just a journey that each person, each young woman need to understand that you need to take, and patience through it all. So how important, especially for someone that's in a management role like yourself, you should understand this better than anyone else. How important is a healthy mental state of mind at the workplace, especially for the people that you are leading?
Yes. No, it's very important. I mean, you're dealing with so many things. I mean, your personal life, it's load shedding, it's water shedding, so I think that you've got to take time out for yourself.
Absolutely.
You've definitely, just got to take a weekend, even if it is, and just like you said, you get to drive all these cars, just take a drive, de-stress.
Yes, absolutely. Now tell me, in terms of your personal life, do you have kids?
I have 3 boys.
Okay, and how old are they?
Soon to be 18, soon to be 11, and a 5-year-old.
Wow, that's a huge age gap. And how do you balance the two, home life and work life? Especially, I mean, you have kids at the workplace.
Yes,
and then you have kids. How do you balance?
Not forgetting my husband is also part of the
mine
clan.
too. Like I have 3 kids, my husband and my 2 kids.
It's difficult, eh? I mean, I get up so early. I'm on the road from 5:45 till 8 o'clock when I get to work. It's picking the kids up during work. It's really, but I suppose because I love my job, it's just part of the package.
Yes.
So
and you have a good
juggle.
Support structure as well.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Meaghan, what is the most unusual discriminatory situation that you have faced, if you faced any? I don't believe someone like you would face a discriminatory situation. However, if there is any situation that you might have experienced, even with someone else, how do you suggest that they handle it and react to it?
Okay, so no, I haven't. And like you said, with this personality, I mean, everybody loves me. So, I
love you.
I think it's just, obviously speak to a manager, superior, and just then come together. You need to sit down and talk, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have that conflict in the workplace.
Absolutely.
But then again, you also need to stand up for yourself. As a woman, it doesn't mean because you are a female in the industry that you just need to sit back and accept everything. So
absolutely. I think, as I mentioned earlier on off air, it's so important to watch your words and your behavior, because your reputation is all you have. My granny taught me that, by the way, that it'll take a split second to destroy what you have built for years. So yes, it's very, very important to keep yourself together and hold yourself and keep yourself calm in these situations. Can be very demeaning when you are misjudged and you are discriminated against. I went through that personally in my journey in the motoring trade, but 15 years down the line, I haven't hurt anybody, I haven't beaten up anybody, and I haven't I haven't said anything nasty that can hurt anybody, even though maybe I am kind of like Mahatma Gandhi, passive resistance and all of that, but it's so important to just hold your own and to stand up for yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Any words of advice for young females that want to join our trade?
I think you just need to go out there, grab it by the horns,
Yes.
and run with it. I
Yes.
mean, it's an amazing experience to be in the motor industry.
Yes.
And I think one thing, you just need to start from the bottom
Yeah.
and work yourself up, and you'll eventually get there.
Absolutely. I mean, from receptionist to sales manager. I mean, I'm sure it's not an easy feat. It didn't come without difficulties and challenges and struggles, but here you are, and you are the reason we have this platform, and this platform appreciates women like you that comes here and shares your journey with us. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Tish.
You're welcome. So, thank you so much, ladies, for watching this episode. Yet another inspirational episode. She is such a ball of energy from the moment she walked here, and so I just want to read this quote that reminds me of her: "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." So I think that reminds me of Meaghan. She is so authentic in the way she is, and there's no need to even act like a man or act like anybody else. Just be yourself. Ladies, there is an enormous power reserve hidden within you that is just waiting to be released. The seeds of your own empowerment are already there. So you need to recognize and to embrace the fact that you have the power to create the world you want and bring your goals to life. Let this epiphany light a fire within you that will drive you onward on the road to self-awareness, development, and to fulfillment. You need to create a life that is full of purpose and meaning by accepting the obstacles that come your way as opportunities for personal development. Always keep in mind that true empowerment comes from inside, and that you possess the capacity to change your life into an amazing journey filled with limitless possibilities. I'm going to read a quote from my guru. I always end up with a quote from Sadhguru. Empowerment comes from within. It is the realization that you have the ability to create your own reality, to shape your own destiny, and to live a life of purpose and meaning. And that's from Sadhguru. With that being said, I'd like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.